All right, I've got lots to talk about, so I'll probably end up making several videos. So if you unfriend me, I understand. But let's start with Psaki and the White House saying going to door to give information. Let's just say this. Psaki announced Tuesday that the administration is starting a targeted community-by-community, door-to-door outreach to get remaining Americans vaccinated by ensuring they have the information they need on how both safe and accessible the vaccine is. Now, she did say in the press conference, it is up to the individuals to decide whether they want to get the vaccination or not. That's fine. That is great. That is awesome. But it's not going to stay that way because people have made up their minds. They're going to either get the vaccine, have already got it, or they're not getting it at all. And you're not going to be able to force them. Well, yeah, they're going to try. So they're coming in at it as just giving you information. And then when that doesn't work, they're going to come back and force it. Because listen here. Listen to this one. Here is a editorial opinion piece from CNN. It's not a left or a right-wing conspiracy theory site. First sentence. It is time to impose vaccine mandates and passports. The COVID-19 vaccine continued to perform extraordinarily well. Both political parties have made the mistake of framing vaccines within the tradition of individualism. Even President Joe Biden, who has demonstrated his comfort with a muscular role for government, keeps appealing to individuals to make the right and patriotic choice when it comes to receiving their jabs. In other words, Biden wants us to make a mandate too because he says, make the right and patriotic choice. Well, what is the left's right and patriotic choice? Mandate the vaccine or get vaccinated. Biden and other political leaders need to start thinking about the good of the collective and not just the rights of individuals. Let me explain a little bit about this collective, or the good for the collective, as he put it, or the collective good, or for the common good, is a foundational belief of socialism, communism, fascism, you name it. Those isms. Very basic, fundamental teaching is everyone. It's for the common good. We're doing this for your good. Doing so is not some sort of move towards socialism, as conservatives critics inevitably argue. Yes, it is, because that's the basic teaching of socialism. Thinking of the common good is an American as apple pie. Come on. This is when it gets good too. The United States has a long history of requiring citizens to participate in programs that help us all. Okay, here are some of his examples. Created in 1935, Social Security stipulated that all industrial workers pay taxes. Okay. To finance pensions for the elderly. Very good cause. Very noble. That is all right. But for the common good of remember this, it's for the common good of the elderly. But number one, that is the role of the government. They can impose taxes, but it's not everyone paying the taxes. It's just the industrial workers paid the taxes. And not everybody is benefiting from the extra taxes, just the elderly. So is that the common good or the collective for everyone? During World War II, a mass income tax and a selective service program was essential to defeating the global threat of fascism. America used taxes to pay for the interstate highway system in 1956 that enabled our communities to grow and spread all over the country. At the state and local levels, we already require students to receive vaccines for mumps, measles, and more. If they are going to attend our schools, individuals need to pass tests and receive licenses if they want to drive, so that everyone on the road is safe. Okay, let's parse this out. Not everybody can use the interstate system. What if you're not old enough to drive? Aren't they part of the collective good? Aren't they part of the common good? Require students to receive vaccines. I don't agree with it. That should be the choice of the parent, because I'm old enough that I received all three of these. Well, the mumps, measles, and chickenpox. I got the mumps, I got the measles, I got the chickenpox before there was a vaccine for it. Did it kill me? Did it affect me in any way? Nope. So I'm not really big on this. And again, it's not the common, it is for the common good, but it's not everyone having to do it. It is just the children. Okay, and individuals need to pass tests and receive licenses if they want to drive, so that everyone on the road is. So again, we're just back to 16-year-olds. It's only 16-year-olds that have to do this. And then, yeah, throughout your life, you renew your license. I understand that, but it's still not everyone. This guy is way out there. Collective obligations have always been part of what actually makes America great, and we need to start talking about vaccines through this vital lens. If we want to restore normality on a long-term basis, restore our economy, create opportunity for everyone, and live in a society where we and our loved ones are safe, healthy, and happy, much more of the population needs to be vaccinated. Civic obligation is a crucial partner to individual rights. With the pandemic, the connections between these two elements of our political culture have become clear. If we don't insist upon the steps necessary to truly contain COVID-19 and our hospitals start to begin to overflow again, individuals in America simply won't be able to claim their rights. Sounds like they're going to get to a place where if we don't get vaccinated, they're going to start taking them away permanently. They're already starting to take away some of our rights. Requiring vaccination must be at the heart of our public health agenda. Yeah, that's amazing, huh? Here we go. Community by community, door by door, neighborhood by neighborhood. Guess what? North Carolina County launches Dose to Doors vaccine campaign. The Doses to Doors COVID-19 vaccine campaign has been met with mixed reviews on social media. Health department workers and community outreach groups have kicked off a Doses to Doors COVID-19 vaccination campaign in Mecklenburg County, North Carolina, where just 49% of residents have received at least one jab. The program, which officials say offer a convenient way for residents to get the shot without having to worry about travel, was met with mixed reaction on Twitter. Get the shot without having to worry. The program, which has a health professional on standby to administer a vaccine to eligible residents who want one, follows a now this is interesting. Follows a community canvassing effort launched in May. So they've already been doing this. Volunteers had been providing information about vaccines in previous weeks, focusing primarily on neighborhoods with low vaccination rates. So yes, before now, they have been already going door to door just giving information. But now they're going to have somebody come with them that they can give the shot right there at the home. Amazing. In nearby South Carolina, Governor Henry McMaster had tried to block such door-to-door efforts, drawing a rebuke from the White House. The failure to provide accurate public health information, including the efficacy of vaccines and the accessibility of them to people across the country, including South Carolina, is literally killing people. So maybe they should consider that, Press Secretary Jen Psaki said Friday. So, okay, now first, it was the masks. If you don't wear a mask, you're going to kill grandma. You're killing people if you don't wear a mask. Now we're up to if you don't wear, or if you don't get a vaccine, you're killing people. Come on, people. I have warned about this and warned about this. Wearing the mask was a practice run or a dressed rehearsal for what's coming to America. When this door-to-door information campaign doesn't work, they're going to mandate vaccines. They're going to force you to get a vaccine. Just like the CNN editorial writer suggested. We're not going to get back to normal until everybody's vaccinated. And you know what? Talking about this backs up what I just got done saying. The masks were just a dress rehearsal for complete, total control of everything in our life. Because the new, the HHS, Health and Human Service Secretary Xavier Becerra said on CNN or MSNBC, remarked to a question from the interviewer about Biden going community to community, neighborhood to neighborhood, door to door. Okay, it was CNN. Asked on CNN whether it's government's business knowing who has or hasn't been vaccinated, the cultural warrior turned Biden proxy replied, "Perhaps we should point out that the federal government has spent trillions of dollars to keep Americans alive during the pandemic. So it is absolutely the government's business. It is taxpayers' business if we have to continue to spend money to try to keep people from contracting COVID and helping reopen the economy." So, just like a sugar daddy, I'm giving you money, you're going to do what I ask you to do. You're going to do what I tell you to do. So, in his mind, we spend all this money to keep you alive. By golly, it is our business. Becerra revealed that he and his ilk want government to be your health insurer. Of course, they're pushing Medicare for all. Your health insurer, so that the government can micromanage your diet, your exercise, and probably your family size. Mark my words, this is coming. Because, I'm not going to go there. So they don't have to pay out billions of dollars every year in government money to take care of people. They're going to get everybody to be on a special diet. Twofold reasons to get rid of cows. The so-called methane produced from their farts. And now, you know how everybody talks about how unhealthy beef is? Well, they're going to go to veggie meat. So any beef that is produced will be very, very, very expensive because there'll be little to none of it. So if you want to go to McDonald's, get a Big Mac, guess what's going to be on it? Veggie burger. You want to go to Popeyes for chicken strips? Veggie chicken. Burger King's working on it right now to make veggie chicken nuggets. Google it. Of course, you know, everybody touts exercise. Makes you healthy. And you know, already a lot of people are worried about family size, overpopulation. Can't get overpopulated. We'll use up all our resources and then we'll ruin the earth. They want the federal government to fund education from pre-K through college so they can dictate the curriculum. You know, here they go. Great program. Let's take care of the people. Free education. We're going to cancel all this college debt because of pandemic. No, it's not. They're wanting you to get used to free college so they can dictate what's being... They're already pretty much dictating what is being taught to you. Look at all the indoctrination in college over the last decade, for one, and now it's creeping into the kindergarten through 12 classes. They want to pay the piper so they can call the tune. Big government is the Trojan horse for an all-out culture war. I've warned about this, talked about it. They're heading to a communist country, and it's not going to be good for America. Why? Tell me why these socialist left bureaucrats want to change America. Because if we're such a terrible country, why do the people in Hong Kong that want freedom wave the American flag and sing the Star-Spangled Banner? Google it. Why, right now in a communist country 90 miles away from the coast of Florida, is protesting communist government and waving American flags and asking for America's help? But if we're such a terrible and awful country, why does everybody want to come here? Why are not every other, but why are other countries waving our flag and singing the Star-Spangled Banner? We're in trouble, folks, if we don't grow some, I guess. Especially the Republican and conservative parties in Washington and in our local governments. Do you realize how much power our state governments have? Do you even know who your state senator and representative is for your district? Do you even know what district you're in? Be a pretty good start right there. I've said it and said it. We need to get involved with school boards. We need to go to the meetings. We need to find out what's being taught in the schools. And I'm already starting. I've contacted Warren Township, the school board, and they switched me to the assistant superintendent. She was more than happy to give me a survey that they sent out to parents and students and teachers that talked about several items. But they were, I could say there was a lot of red flags in it towards CRT. So I've got that. I wrote her back, asked her some questions because there is some red flags. Warren Township Facebook page has diversity, equity, and inclusion all throughout their website. I know you may say, well, what's wrong with that? Those are, I'd say they're very noble causes and very noble words. But you got to use them right. You don't use them against the white people to make them white supremacists. You don't use them as to the black people to make them feel like they'll never get anywhere in life. All right. The lockdown. Let's go with the lockdown. Dress rehearsal for other things that they can say are a public health crisis, so they can instill communist laws or mandates. I've said this, and now I have proof of them starting to suggest it. Let's go with the environment during the COVID shutdown. Now there's articles all over the place, and here I'd like to highlight one. It says, from cleaner air to liberated wildlife, coronavirus lockdowns across the world appear to have had a number of positive effects on the environment. They said we have cleaner air and increased visibility. They have said that we have had cleaner water. In Venice, famous for its winding canals, water quality appears to have improved amid Italy's stringent coronavirus lockdown. Residents of the city have said the waterways are benefiting from the lack of usual boat traffic brought on by the hordes of tourists who visit each year. And liberated wildlife. Wildlife is coming out again. Wildlife is filling city streets in some towns. Okay, so with that said, I got things out of order. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to come back on lockdowns of other things. So, I hope you're paying attention. I hope we can grow some gonads and save our country from losing it.